Councilmember Laguerre.
Mayor, I'd like to offer a motion on this, but I want to make a few comments first. I was initially opposed to the purchase of this land. I think I spoke at a previous meeting. My opposition was because I thought, A, we were potentially buying a highly contaminated site and there were a lot of unknown liabilities there. And the other issue was that I thought we would be paying far too much for the land. My concerns about the environmental matters have been addressed through work with staff and hearing briefings on the process the State of Colorado Health Department uses. So that only left for me the valuation on the building. And my background is in commercial real estate, and I don't believe this building is worth $4 million. I understand there's an appraisal, but for those of us that were here in 2003, when we moved out of the old 1470 South Havana and we moved into this new, shining new building, we had an appraisal of $4 million for that old building. And it stagnated on the market and finally sold for around $2.2 or $2.4 million, just about half. So the bottom line is the appraisal is one person's opinion as to what the land might sell for. But what I've learned over the weeks and months is that $4 million is the price we need to pay to have the Fanfare building come down. And that is because, in my opinion, of a very shrewd strategy by the owner, and I commend the owner for basically getting what they wanted, and that was to tear the building down. But what really changed my mind is I heard from all of the neighbors that live in that area. I heard from residents that live far away from Fanfare, and I heard from business owners in the Havana BID, and it is unanimous that the residents of Aurora and the business owners of Aurora want to see this building come down, and this $4 million is the price. I think that at some point it will redevelop, and we will do just fine, and if it only sells for $2 million, then the $2 million difference is the cost that it takes to clean up that property. And I do totally agree that it's not likely to ever have any serious looks at it until that building's down. So at this point, I'm wholly supporting the effort. And the motion I'm offering is, it's only a motion to amend the resolution, and this amendment would say that if there is ever, for any reason, a default by the Aurora Urban Renewal Authority, that this note will be transferred out of the utilities fund and into some other city fund that is not an enterprise fund. And this is with the intent of, in that worst case scenario, the water ratepayers would not be impacted by this. So my amendment is, I move to amend Section 3 of the resolution R-2012-74 by the addition of the following sentence: in the event of a default by the authority in the payment of the promissory note, the sale or transfer of such note shall be mandatory, provided, however, that such sale or transfer shall be made only to a non-enterprise fund of the city. And I would appreciate a second.
Second.
Moved by Councilmember Laguerre, seconded by Councilmember Markert, to offer the amendment as read. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, call question on the amendment. And the amendment is approved unanimously.